Hello guys, it's me, the Tank Index here, and today we're going to be talking about another German tank from World War One, the Treffas-Wagen. So, I don't know why it went back. Just revealed it to you guys. That is, assuming you haven't seen the thumbnail. The Treffas-Wagen is pretty interesting, as we'll get to. And, like I said, these next few videos, I'm really just trying to wrap up World War One because, honestly, World War II is gonna last months upon months upon months, maybe years, probably years. Even if I do 2 videos a week like I'm doing now, there's just so much content from the Second World War. This channel is really gonna be a World War II channel for a long, long time. So I'm sorry if you don't like that, but as a tank channel, I have to cover World War II. I mean, it's the biggest conflict in human history, and as you can expect, it's one of the biggest tank conflicts in human history. But anyway, let's just get onto the Treffas-Wagen. Actually, I mean to mispronounce a lot of stuff here. So, speaking of statistics, the two front wheels, yes, those are the front wheels, not the back wheels, had a diameter of 3 meters, and an armored fighting compartment extended to the back with a tail-like shape. At the back of this was a steering wheel, right here. I don't mean a little steering wheel, I mean this wheel right here that you use to steer. Yes, and a lot of people, this actually surprised a lot of people because this is where the engine is. This is where the crew is. Yeah, so it's basically a reverse tractor. The engine would provide enough power to drive the vehicle along at basically 6 miles an hour, which would be the standard for the time. The armored fighting compartment would house 4 men. That would be a commander, a driver, a gunner, and a loader. The armor during test was 2 Panzerbüchse, or World War One anti-tank guns. I'm not really sure what they might be. I think they're Mauser 2cm tough guns, though an alternate unused design proposed using a 5.7cm Maxim Nordenfelt gun, like the A7V. Though, as we'll soon discuss, that would not be good. So, damn it, why is it just randomly switching slides? Okay. It was built by Hansa Lloyd in 1917, and they were basically one of the key automobile manufacturers in Germany. And when Germany basically saw British tanks and decided they want their own, they kind of just called up a bunch of car makers, and even if they had no experience in military history, they basically asked them to at least put in a design for testing. And, I mean, no one in Hansa Lloyd had any experience in war vehicles, but they still provided design, patriotism and all that. Onto the tank's tests. The tank vehicle was put through tests in February and March of 1917, and there were some pretty big problems. The guns were, and these are 2cm guns, right? The guns were so powerful that the gunner's head and shoulders were hurt to the point of being unable to fire from the recoil of the gun. The recoil of the gun was literally so strong the gunner was unable to fire anymore. So that's a pretty big problem. And yeah, maybe don't add an even bigger gun to this thing if a small gun does that. The center of gravity, the problem was that all of the weight is right here in the front. There is no weight in the back. So the center of gravity was so forward in the vehicle that it literally had a high chance of flipping over. On May 19th... So on May 14, 1917, it partook in a demonstration along with a wooden A7V mock-up, the Orientwagen, as discussed in the previous video, and there's also a Durwagen, which I literally can't find any information on online. I'm gonna try because these seem to be the 4 last German vehicles put through trials until the A7V was accepted, and I'd like to make a video on it, but I literally can't find any information on the Durwagen. If you guys can help me out, I'd really appreciate it because I literally can't find any information on it. But the Supreme Army Command basically found it unfit for service and rejected the idea. The vehicle was dismantled in October, which was the same month when the A7V began serial production. Onto the final assessment. The Treffas-Wagen was just an absolutely horrible design, which, to be fair, that was expected since the designer had no experience in drawing in military designs. Though I'd hope they'd understand the basic concept of center of gravity. The horrible center of gravity would just result in the vehicle literally flipping over when going through uneven terrain like ditches and craters. And I mean, let's take into account the thousands of artillery holes and trenches that would litter the battlefield that it would fight on. The guns were also far too overpowered despite being pretty small guns. I mean, if this vehicle is used, it would probably destroy itself before any enemies hit it. Either the recoil of the gun would literally hurt the vehicle, or it would just flip over. Like, it was basically a self-destructive vehicle. Even if the gun was toned down, honestly, I feel like it would be too slow considering like maneuverability. If you have a really slow vehicle, first of all, just put tracks on it because that's just more maneuverability. If you have wheels on a vehicle, honestly, you should probably make it a speedy vehicle. It's just not a capable heavy vehicle. It's not a capable medium vehicle, and it's not capable as a light vehicle. Like, it just doesn't fit any of the roles. I do think it would actually be a pretty good utility vehicle, you know, towing things around, because having some weight in the back would actually help its, help its center of gravity out. I guess that would be a use of it, but honestly, I don't see the point in producing something like that just to tow vehicles. That's what trucks are for. Anyway, guys, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Next time, honestly, I have no idea what's next time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace. You are my